Recently, I participated in a fun event at Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art called Images, Stories, and Beats. It was a collection of Northwest Arkansas photographers, and we got together and we told short stories about some of our favorite pictures. My story was 20 years in the making, and it involves an unusual connection between Sydney, Australia, and Northwest Arkansas. All right. Good job. It's like we're going to church. My name is Jeremy, and the story, or the photo that I'm sharing with you today has absolutely nothing to do with my professional or artistic body of work whatsoever. It's more about the fact that the world is a very small place. Now, in 2003, we're going to Sydney, Australia. Every year, Sydney is host to a spectacularly wholesome event called Carols by Candlelight. Now imagine 100,000 people in the live audience, all equipped with a lit candle. Australian celebrities sing Christmas carols with the orchestra as giant fruit bats take to the twilight sky. It's the beginning of summer in the Southern Hemisphere, and I've been invited to photograph carols for the first in what will become an annual pilgrimage for me. Now, beyond the giant concert tent, or a concert stage that's housed under a giant white tent, is an event unto itself. It's a VIP area where lucky children get to meet their favorite celebrities, including Santa. So Santa comes out in his usual rock star flair, handing out candy canes and high-fiving to the wild screams of children everywhere. Suddenly, a voice rises above them all. "Look, they're over there, mate!" And in a split second, Santa is alone. I briefly locked eyes with the old man, and I could feel the resigned disappointment emanating from his beard as saran-wrapped candy canes fell to the dead grass. I turned around to see what had happened to all the kids, and they had regrouped around a lanky cluster of gentlemen, all dressed in Skittle-colored outfits. I leaned over to the nearest adult, and I was like, "Who are they?" And she responds, "Oh, them's the Wiggles, mate." The Wiggles. Now, later that evening, the Wiggles took to the stage, and it was wild, all right? It felt a lot like somebody had spiked the meat pie that I had for dinner with magic mushrooms and then reincarnated the Beatles and convinced them to record a live album of sugary sweet nursery rhymes entitled Sergeant Wiggly's Happy Hearts Club Band. Kind of looked like that, in case you were wondering. You even needed a visual. So the show goes on. It's crazy. The crowd is on fire. And that concert tent that this whole thing was under was thumping. So let's fast forward to current day Bentonville. I'm getting a tour of the Momentary when our guide reveals a fascinating connection. The concert tent at the Momentary was actually moved from Sydney, Australia. So the same tent that I used to travel halfway around the world 20 years ago to celebrate is the tent that is now 1.5 miles from where I live in downtown Bentonville. Kind of crazy, huh? So next time you go see a show at the Momentary and you feel like, wow, that's the best show that has ever happened under that tent, I want you to keep in mind, generations of Australians will tell you that ain't nobody, not Alanis Morissette, not Wu-Tang, not even Santa himself thumped that tent harder than the Wiggles. Mate. Thank you.